What are we really waiting for this year? Roll Tide. Oh, yeah. What are we really waiting for this year? What are we really waiting for this year? Roll Tide, man. Come on in. More news from Bama. Big news from Bama. Transfer portal news, roster topics, quarterback battle, et cetera, et cetera. Is Bama better? Is Bama worse? What do you really feel? Where does Bama stand next year as far as the season goes and the whole gist of things? We just going to dive into different news articles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, baby. Bama has landed another big dog. I repeat, Bama has landed another big dog in them trenches. Like we know, no matter what level it is, what level you're talking about, the trenches are where the games are won for real. you know, down at the levee, we're going fishing at the levee. yeah, man. Roll Tide. Once again, before I get into it, you got Corsten's opinions, man. Drop them in the chat. Once again, make sure you become a channel member. Certain perks, certain exclusives, etc., etc., etc. Roll Tide full of pride. The main goal is to win the natty. The main goal is to win the natty, right? Right. So boom. uh, we know it's a lot of naysayers about talk badly about Bama. Everyone pretty much counted Bama out. They're not this, they're not that, it's over, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I beg to differ, man. I say Bama will be in the mix next year again, and they will take it even further. We've been talking about the portal really for 2 weeks straight. It's been big time news. It's been fast paced, things happening every day. Now it's kind of slowing down, right? Now you can kind of take a little breath, but at the end of the day, signings can still happen. Things are still going on. You still have recruiting to do. We got National Signing Day, right, coming up in February. So Bama, Kalen DeBoer is questions about the coaching staff. What will happen there? Will the O-line coach be cut off? Will he be out of there? You ask most fans, boom, they say they want him up out of there, round yonder. That's something Kalen DeBoer will definitely have to figure out. What are his moves as far as his coaching staff goes? I mean, hell, some people even want to see Ryan Grubb out of there, fired, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, baby. But one thing for sure, two for certain, we know for a fact the run game has to get going definitely. No ifs, ands, buts about it, right? Right. At the end of the day, if we want to be successful at all next year, next season, Bama has to find a run game. Now, does that mean bringing in a new offensive line position coach? Does that mean going to the extreme, firing Ryan Grubb, which probably isn't realistic? But now the questions will be, since the portal is over, you can still sign players here and there. I'm going to get into the most recent signing, but the question will be, will Kalen DeBoer address his coaching staff now that the portal window is closed? Players have to be pretty much committed, right? Committed to the team, committed to the grind, committed to the Tide, at least until next year, right? Right. So now we look more further ahead. What do they do with this offense? What do they do with this offensive line? What do they do with the play calling, the scheme, man, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we know for a fact, right? I don't care how good your defense is or whatever, bruh. How many dogs you got on defense? Boom. If you can't get no run game going, we will see the same outcome as we seen last year. This past season, man, for real. I don't care how much talent you have, how many skilled players you have. You have to be dominant. You have to be strong. You have to be tough in the trenches, baby. Yeah, no way around it. It's not rocket science. No, this is football. Make sure when you come in the chat, you like it up, man. Takes less than 1 second, right? Right. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with everybody you know, even your damn dog and cat. Tell them watch. Pay attention. You hear me? Pay attention, man. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what does Bama do to get this run game going? They addressed the O line in the portal. You got to respect that. Really, as fans, that was our major concern, especially the portal, all them guys leaving. Defensive side of the ball, trenches right, offensive side of the ball, trenches right, boom. So it's always been a question, lingering. What does Bama do from here? How do they replace certain players, bruh? Boom. They hit the portal heavy. They kind of waited to the last minute, damn near. Really waited to the last minute, but at the end of the day, they got the job done. Let alone the other young players who are in the building, the freshmen, the sophomores, the Michael Corrals, he definitely will hold that right tackle position down next year. Then left side, boom. I believe they signed another tackle for Mississippi State. Well, not I believe. They did sign another tackle for Mississippi State, and he could definitely be a dog. I'm going to get into him in a minute. And other news as well. But this is the time here, dog. Your off-season strength and conditioning program needs to be right, needs to be set in stone. Players need to have goals to get bigger, whether some players need to lose weight, whether some players need to gain weight, get stronger, get faster, whatever the case may be. This is when they start grinding, hitting the weights, you know what I mean? Hitting them sprints, dog, doing that field work. I'm sure they've been resting already. Now it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Certain players probably go to certain camps. You see college players working out with NFL players now, so it should benefit them at the highest level. You identify what certain players are doing as well. Certain players like maybe Ryan Williams, right, dog? Boom, no cap. We need him to get back to the Ryan Williams of old. We need him to have that dog mentality for real. I don't know what was going on with him this year, why he didn't produce at the level we know he could or can. A lot of people said, hey, sophomore slump. All right, bet, man. Cool. We give him a little leeway, but at the end of the day, we need a lot more from him. And also, he's playing for NFL position next year. He comes out and balls. He comes out and puts on a show. He's looking at being a first round pick. But if he comes out and sucks it up in his ass, guess what, bro? You talk about somebody's draft stock who will be disappointing. Talk about draft stock that will dramatically drop. Oh, yeah, that is Ryan Williams to the T. So he's at a crossroads right now for real. How does Ryan Williams respond? How does he react to a down season, homie? To a damn near trash, piss poor season, homie? Yeah. You know what I mean? How does he bounce back? Period, man. Heavy. Talk about other guys like Lloyd Sear Brooks. You talk about guys on the offensive line like Michael Corral, even new guys who just came in the building, Racing Delgatti. Do they jump in fast, quickly, and swiftly and start putting that work in heavy? Do they start building chemistry right now? Austin Mack, boom. Keelan Russell, right? Boom. Are they working with the receivers? Are they even working together? Is Keelan Russell dialed into his playbook, man, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Because the quarterback battle, that will be a true battle, bro, period. No way around it. And it shouldn't be no favoritism, right? No loyalty. You know what I mean? Oh, Keelan Russell's in the building. Austin Mack is in the building, bro. So what? It should be a true competition early. Some people say that it wasn't a true fair competition when Ty Simpson was in the building. So Kalen DeBoer has to revamp that. But as we know, spring football is right around the corner. So that's when the separation really happens. That's when we really can break it down and see who's the man, who's first string, who's second string, third string. Boom, bro. All of the above. So when spring ball hits, when it really time to get dirty and get on that field where it's real, that's what we gonna see who them real dogs are. Oh yeah, that's when we gonna see who them real dogs are, bro. You hear me? No cap. That's when it will be a major separation, man. Yeah, the most. I mean, for if I'm being honest here, I'm probably excited the most about as far as competition and stuff and true battles. The linebackers definitely, and the quarterback position battle, bro. Heavy. I really want to see who comes out on top out of Keelan Russell and Austin Mack. Different quarterbacks in their own right. Austin Mack, the bigger quarterback. Some may say Keelan Russell is the more explosive quarterback. Maybe when it comes to running, he can probably do more, give you more, But let's not forget, right? Austin Mack can run as well. You talk about arm strength. Austin Mack may have a more powerful arm as far as arm power, right? But Keelan may have more what? Velocity, maybe more touch, maybe even more accuracy, huh? Yeah. So it's gonna be a real deal battle, man. And at the end of the day, who's gonna show up and show out? Hands down, man down. You know? Who's gonna be the one to separate themselves? So I'm definitely excited about that battle. I can't wait to see the cornerbacks get after it, the safeties get after it, huh? But the O line, offensive line, that's the one, man. That is the one. That is the one we're really gonna see. Okay, bet. Who are the dogs, man? Who are the real dogs on that front, on that line? Can we really have a real solid, mean run game? And not only that, can the run game be very consistent? Can we average 90 yards a game or more every game? You know, can we break teams down? Can we out physical teams? Can we pass protect? Can we protect whoever the quarterback is? Can we protect him? You feel me? Because if we come out there like we did this past season and it's the same results, oh man, it's going to be the same results overall, homie. Heavy. You know what I mean? But this time you might not even see the playoffs, man. Yeah. So that all goes back and falls on the board. Having the right coaches in this damn locker room on this damn team. The board's staff. Does he believe in them? Does he trust them? Are their credentials worthy? What have they proven at the end of the day? Right. Period, homie. Not no more of this buddy system. My friend this, my friend that. Oh, he came up with me. So what, bro? I don't care. If he's not the man for the job, guess what, bro? I do not care. Get him out the building. And whether that's Ryan Grubb or whoever, you know what I mean? Homie, it's time to win. It's time for the best men to be on the field, the best men to be in the coaching staff. Point blank, period, man. No cap. So we're going to see how it all pans out. What does the board really do? What changes, if any, are made? Huh? Just how it's going down, man. Period. We get into this article right quick, break some of these down. But definitely got to talk about another dog that came into the building. Gotta speak on the big dog. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Definitely welcome this dude right here to Alabama, to Roll Tide. You know what I mean? And this is the prime example of how the portal is over, right? Players can no longer enter. But at the end of the day, if they entered already, they can still sign. I believe the deadline is what? Maybe February, maybe, or late January or something of that nature. Heavy, man. Yeah. But the signing of Javin James shows you what exactly the portal means to college football, how it definitely affects college football. It can be good or bad. Majority, right? I would say it affects it in a negative way, especially this whole pay for play deal. Now, once again, always got to reiterate, it's never about the players not being paid. It was never about players not getting guapino, right? Fettuccine, Denali, man, linguine, huh? Fettuccine, baby. Yeah, it was never about that. Yeah, they should have been getting paid all along. The billions they bring to these programs, right? The billions they bring to these schools, huh? No one ever says players shouldn't get paid, but also you can't forget about the potential crash out, you know, the potential of a player not being mentally ready, mentally prepared, huh? Yeah, that's the bottom line. So you give a man 10 mil, where does his work ethic go? You know, does he even forget about the NFL? You understand, make your bread, make your money, definitely. But we all know some players haven't reached the level of maturity and some never will. I mean, we see grown men, so to say, per se in the NFL, right? Make millions, boom, go broke, make millions, opportunity of a lifetime. Then what? Do something stupid, get thrown in jail, mingle in the streets, make dumb decisions, huh? Year in, year out, put themselves in bad decisions, bruh, year in, year out. One mistake changes their whole life and they lose everything. So, what do you think will happen or could potentially happen to a 17, 18-year old, 19, 20, even 21 and up? You give him a big old bag. On top of that, you don't hold him accountable at all. You hear me, dog? Yeah. you know, it's the perfect recipe for what? For a crash out. I repeat, huh? It's the perfect recipe for what? A crash out, baby. Yeah. you know what I mean? So all I'm saying is this here. Pay the players, man, but be smart about it, homie. Yeah. That was always the situation, always the biggest conundrum, right? Right. Shout out Hu Yang in the building, huh? Yeah. What's going on? Football over already? Hu Yang, wow. Hu Yang? You a wild one, you know. You know good and damn well football is over. We got what? Two more games. You know Hu Yang, 2 games Sunday. Then the Super Bowl, college football over and done with. So yeah, hell to the yeah. Hu Yang, it's a wrap. It's a Rizzy, baby. Yeah. 8 more months, 8 more months. huh? you know? But it shows you how the transfer portal works. but I'm gonna dive into Javin James. Might even break down some film on him a little bit. Let's just go ahead and get into this article, man. The big pickup. Once again, Alabama addresses a position of need. They address the depth of their offensive line, so it's a win-win. Now, I don't know much about Javin James. I'm gonna break him down right here. But at the end of the day, he is 6'5", 320 pounds. I repeat, 6'5", 320. So that gives you more meats up front. I've been hearing some news about how he's mean, he's tough, he's gritty, maybe even dirty, but in a good way. And that's what Bama needs, bro. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. No cap. Bama needs players who are mean, bro, who are very aggressive, who are bullies out there. We're trying to get back to what? Murder ball. How do you get back to murder ball? You bringing them real dogs. You know what I mean? Early, man. Roll Tide. huh? Let's get it, man. Yeah. Alabama has landed one of its biggest portal wins of the cycle. So obviously the portal, the portal people, the people who run the portal or observe the portal, man, yeah, thinks this is one of Bama's biggest portal wins of the cycle. So he must be a really good player, very talented at the least, homie. Yeah, let's get into it. Alabama has landed one of its biggest portal wins of the cycle. Former Mississippi State starting left tackle Javin James announced on Wednesday that he will transfer to Alabama and suit up for the Crimson Tide. The 6'5", 320-pound lineman officially entered the transfer portal on Tuesday, which may cause some confusion given that the window closed on January 16. Portal entries can take up to 2 business days to process. So this is really a big business, bro. It is really a big booming, I repeat, booming now business, man. No cap, no way around it. Now, hopefully, as the years go on, hopefully even next year, some changes are made and some things are just revamped. Because, like we know, it's a lot of flaws with this whole portal situation, man. Yeah, you hear me? Yeah, no cap. If James submitted his paperwork last Friday, the MLK holiday could have delayed the official posting until Tuesday or even Wednesday. James enters his redshirt junior season with more starting experience than any of Alabama's offensive line portal additions. So once again, bro, boom. You don't only bring in a talented player, you bring in an experienced player, right? Right. You're talking about a guy who's a junior. He's had the reps. He's a real big dog out there. He understands the SEC, the physical play, the speed, all that. He's been going up against real deal competition, the best competition in college, playing in the best conference in college football, period. If you didn't check out my last live, right, make sure you go check it out. I broke down Alabama's schedule. I broke down Indiana's schedule. I know it's been this whole colossal argument or argument or debates here and there. Oh, is the Big Ten the best conference now? It's not the best conference now. Like I said last time, bro, you take a big team and put them in the SEC and see how they fare. Once it's all said and done, right? For real, bro. No cap. You take an Indiana, you take a Michigan even, or who else, huh? Oregon, huh? Ohio State. Boom. You take one of those teams, you put them in the Big Ten, and you can do a swap exchange, really, if you want to, homie. You hear me, huh? Yeah, you can really do a real exchange, man. Yeah, no cap. But you just put a Big Ten team in the SEC for a season even. And see how they pan out. See how it pans out for them. See what their record is. Period, man. Yeah. He started 12 games for Mississippi State in 2025, including 9 at left tackle after spending his first 2 seasons at Akron, where he made 9 starts as a redshirt freshman. James logged 856 snaps this past season. Once again, a lot of experience, bro. Period. What Bama really needs. So he can help the young players, teach them certain tricks of the game, period, man. Be a true leader. Allowing 3 sacks and committing 6 penalties per PFF and only allowing 3 sacks. That's a great stat to me. What about you? And only committing 6 penalties. So there you have it. And always say, be careful. Don't be deceived by PFF. But in this case, since I didn't really watch Mississippi State play right, or definitely didn't see him play, didn't really tune in, period. I'm going to just go ahead and take PFF and let's just say they're correct with these stats. Those are pretty damn good stats, man, for real. Only 3 sacks allowed and only committing 6 penalties. So you playing clean football. On top of that, you playing really good football and you protecting your quarterback. Exactly what Bama needs, So I'm here for it. I'm all for it, dog. Heavy roll tide. A Pompano Beach, Florida native and Blanchie Eli High School product, James originally signed with Akron in 2023 in the 2023 class as a 3-star prospect. He transferred to Maryland last January before re-entering the portal in the spring. So he's been pretty much going here, going there, trying to find the perfect fit, I guess. Once again, these are portal issues that must be addressed. But in this case, I'm rocking and rolling with it because Bama has signed a really good player. We're going to see what's going on, man, for real. At the end of the day, right, all these players have to prove who they are on a damn field where it's really real. With 2 years left for eligibility remaining, James will immediately compete for a starting role on Alabama's 2026 offensive line. James becomes the sixth offensive lineman Alabama has added via the transfer portal. The group also includes redshirt junior center Rayson Delgatti from Cal Poly. We all know about him. A lot of high expectations for him, a lot of excitement surrounding his name, right? Right. You know, you turn on a film for this man, he is a true dog. Redshirt junior guard Ethan Fields, Ole Miss. Redshirt freshman center slash guard Caden Strayhorn, Michigan. Redshirt freshman tackle slash guard Ty Haywood, Michigan. And sophomore tackle slash guard Nick Brooks from Texas. And we know how big Nick Brooks really is, the 6'7", versatile, can play tackle right, can play guard. Boom. He's a big dude, a real big boy. So Bama has really solidified his offensive line. Now, if they can just work these players the right way, develop them the right way, have them really on the same accord and make sure the best men are on the field, we could see a total 360 in Bama's run game offense. Homie, I repeat, a total 360 right in Bama's run game offense, which is very important for them to have going into next season. We need a run game. What the hell is Bama without a run game, man? I repeat, what the hell is Bama, right, without a run game? That's like peanut butter, no jelly, man. You know, ham, no burger, man. Y'all ain't never got two things that match. Yeah, man. Come on now. But yeah, so another great signing for Bama, heavy. And we're gonna get into the incoming portal class, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, man. But yeah, shout out Javin James. I think he can be a real dog. And just like it said in the article, right, he has a chance. He will be battling for a #1 spot. So him and whoever else are gonna go at it head to head, imano, and may the best man win. So spring ball, I repeat, spring ball, will tell everything, man. We all know what spring ball is at every level, huh? Yeah, you hear me? The only level you really don't see spring ball where players are still off, right, is the NFL level because they need more rest, right? Yeah, more time to train their bodies, all that. Boom. But even them, even NFL players, man, top of the top, elite of the elite, are training, hitting the weight room, getting that field work in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, huh? Yeah. But spring ball, man, we gonna see who the top dogs are. And just because a guy ain't starting or didn't get the starting job don't mean he's not a dog. He just not the best dog right now. And at the end of the day, bro, we want them levy dogs, man. You want them dudes with the mentality of them levy dogs. You hear me, homie? Yeah, if you know, you know. Huh? You know how them levy dogs is. You hear me, homie? Yeah. Them levy dogs hungry, bro. Hungry as hell, bro. You hear me, man? Do anything to eat, man. Yeah. They got a chip on their shoulder, man. A point to prove, man. You hear me, man? Yeah. Them levy dogs, mean, man. Dirty, ready for the nitty gritty, ready for the battle, the war at any time, man. So we want them levy dogs on the field, homie. Yeah. Them levy dogs with a point to prove, my dog. Yeah. Huh? Roll Tide, man. For real. So it's time for Kalen DeBoer and his staff, homie, to identify, and develop them real deal levy dogs. You know what I mean? Heavy. The hell going on around here? That's where I'm at with it, man. That's how I'm rocking and rolling with it. Give me 1 second, man. And then just a total breakdown of the just the incoming portal class. Then I'm gonna see if Jab and James got some highlights or some film work I can really break down. Because I like to look at the film and see what dudes is really about, man. For real, Yeah. So the current incoming portal class, you got wide receiver Noah Rogers, NC State. A lot of talk about him, a lot of promise about him, right? People very excited. You got tight end Josh Ford from Oklahoma State. And I believe he's more of a run blocker than a passing pass catcher, than a receiving tight end. But at the end of the day, is that really a complaint or a concern? I mean, shit, huh? I like the fact that he's a better run blocker than a pass catcher, in my opinion. You need one, you need one tight end who's great at run blocking, man. Yeah. You can have another or two more that are great receivers. I feel like Bama will have a very talented tight end group, a tight end room that could really produce at a high level. You got inside offensive lineman Caden Strayhorn from Michigan, a redshirt freshman. Ty Haywood, we all are excited about him. He came over from Michigan. Another big body guy, another avalanche damn near on that O line once again. You got Nick Brooks from Texas. We all know about Nick Brooks and the size he brings to the O line. Racindale Gaddy has the potential to be a real dog. Ethan Fields, Ole Miss, another dog. Devin Tompkins, USC, red shirt. A lot of hype with him coming over from USC. Caleb Smith, Washington. Still, the verdict is still out on him. Not too much film on him. For real, he didn't play last year at all. But as far as being a athletic specimen, 6'5", 200 plus pounds. Think he's like what, 250? A lot of raw talent that needs to be developed. Definitely can get better in certain technical areas, right? Staying lower, keeping his pad height lower. So just certain things you point out already. But he's a young guy, man, a young redshirt freshman. You put him with Kane Walmack, Freddie Roach. It comes down to coaching, right? Once again, can they really develop these players at a high level? You can bring in all the talent in the world, right? But if you can't develop that talent and bring the best out of the talent you have on the field, damn near, then you will not reach your maximum potential. Bama will not get to where they want to be. So that's going to come down to it, man. Like I always say, right? Boom, man. Coaching, I repeat, coaching is the most important part of a team. Hands down, man down. Ain't no way around it, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come on, homie, now. Yeah. We know what's up. We know what it is, man. We know what it ain't. Come on now. Defensive lineman Caleb Smith, we already talked about him. Terrence Green, Terrence Green, big signing, Oregon, redshirt junior, a big body, 6'6", 350 plus 330 plus, huh? Yeah, he can wreak a lot of havoc up front. Plug the gaps up, plug up the holes, give running lanes to the linebackers coming in, huh? Safeties coming in. So this was a definite, a great pickup from Bama by being able to sign him. Kedrick Bingley, nose tackle, Mississippi State. He's a senior, so he brings you more experience, different levels of the game. He understands. I'm sure he will be able to adapt and learn the scheme quickly. Edge rusher Desmond Yumio Zulu. They spelled his name wrong on here. Is Yumio Zulu. South Carolina, a lot of promise, a lot of high expectations from him. Very athletic, freak, athletic specimen, man. Yeah. And we already know South Carolina has a lot of dogs, especially at that edge rusher position. Caleb Woodson, Virginia Tech, speed demon at the linebacker position, homie. Yeah. 6'3", 230 plus. He can run like a safety. You put more weight on him, he gonna be a real dog up front, stopping the run game, but also you can drop him back in coverage. He can make you some big plays when the ball is in the air. Cornerback Carmelo O'Neal from Mercer, a junior, another big corner to go alongside Dejon Lee in the whole secondary room. And we know the secondary probably will be the strong point of this defense. And I'm talking overall, the strong point of the team, really. Very excited. I repeat, very excited about this secondary room, man. Cornerbacks and safeties, all of the above, right? Right. Then you bring in kicker Lorcan Quinn, powerful leg, homie. I mean, you talk about a man who started from really scratch since day one. From his first kick, you could tell he will be a star. This dude hitting what 60 plus yarders in practice, so he's a definite weapon. I'm expecting him to take Talty's role. No disrespect to Talty, but may the best man win. Punter Adam Watford from UNA. He has a crazy leg as well. Never take the special teams unit for granted. Never take kickers nor punters for granted. Long snapper Ethan Stangle, Syracuse. So far, man, the transfer portal should treat Bama really good right now. The more I look at it, the more I observe. Yeah, man, the more I observe the portal and observe the players, I'm feeling really good. I repeat, feeling really good about this whole portal situation about Bama, bro. For real. Bama boy in the building. Bama boy in the building. What up, big dog? All is good. All is well. I hope all is good and well with you too, homie. Yeah, man. Roll Tide. What up, EJ? I hope we get the running back from Miami. Bama boy, which one, my dog? Let me know, bro. Let me know. You got the 411. You got the scoop. Let me know, my dog. Heavy, huh? Yeah. He say the running back from Miami. Which running back? You talking about number 4? Or you talking about somebody different? Matter of fact, let me check it out and see what's really good. But first, I want to check out and see if we got any film on Javin James. I want to see if he's a real dog. For some reason, right, I got the feeling he's a real certified dog. And I'm talking about a real Levy dog. You hear me? Heavy, homie. Yeah. Roll Tide, homie. Yeah. Huh? Let's see what's up, man. For real. Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second, man. Mm-hmm. 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 Not seeing no highlights of him right now. Let me see. Let me see. Give me 1 second, man. I think Bama got a new commit as well. So we're going to break that down too. I believe a new receiver has committed. I repeat, I believe a new receiver has committed. But yeah, I'm not seeing no highlight film on Javin James, but everybody has high hopes about him. Everybody's talking real good about him, saying he's a star, et cetera, and all that. So I hope he does produce, man, at a high level. I hope he's a real dog, man, for real. Garrard Pringle. Let's check out Garrard Pringle. Shout out my boy, got my boy in the building. I'm gonna look up Gerard Pringle, see if we got any highlight film on him, and see if there's any news about him as well. See what's up, man. Ain't trying to get no copy. You know, you got to be careful with these copyrights as well, man. For real. Let's just see if On Three has anything on the whole situation. Bama Boy, is he a dog? I repeat, Bama Boy, is he a real dog? And when I say dog, is he a livid dog? Let me know, bro, quickly and swiftly, man. Yeah. But before that, let's go ahead and dive into, you know, this wide receiver news. Let me see. So Bama has a big receiver signing, Aubrey Walker, in-state wide receiver, earns late Alabama offer, joins 2026 class. So let's just go break it down and see what's up with Aubrey Walker. Let me know in the chat, man. Do y'all know anything about Aubrey Walker? In-state boy right there around yonder. Probably a real levy dog. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Break it down. Then we're going to check out that running back. Shout out to my big dog, Bama Boy. Once again, you hear me? Heavy. Alabama received a commitment from Aubrey Walker, a wide receiver from Moody High School. Shout out Moody, Alabama, in the building, man. Yeah, roll tide. Moody High School on Thursday. Walker wasn't a name that generated much attention during the 2026 cycle, despite helping lead his team to a Class 5A state championship. In a stunning late development, Walker received an offer and quickly took the opportunity to lock in his future with the Alabama Crimson Tide. So this right here, not only is just a good signing overall, you talk about bringing talent into that receiver room, but we talk about the depth chart as well. What do I always say, right? You can never have enough depth, especially depth that is deep but talented as well. It's definitely a win-win. So shout out, respect, Aubrey Walker, man, for real. Roll Tide. And he also helped lead his team to a Class 5A state championship. We know 5A is right there below 6A, so he's playing at a high school football level, going up against the elite of the elite in Alabama, right? The biggest schools, I'm sure, the biggest names, I'm sure. You know what I mean? And we know Alabama has a lot of talent around yonder, period, no cap. So shout out to him, bro, for staying in state, sticking around at home. And hopefully he can come in and make some noise right away. If not right away, definitely his second year, etc. Man, let's get it, man. Roll Tide. Yeah, man. Yeah. Walker, who stands 5'10", 180 pounds, and runs a verified sub 4.440, clocked a 4.39 at the Under Armour Combine in April. So he definitely has talent, bro. The speed is obviously there. 5'10", 180 dog. So he's going to gain more weight, grow more into his body. On top of that, by the time it's all said and done right, boom, that 4.39 could turn into maybe a 4.32, very low 4.3s, even potentially. You know what I mean? Depending on the work he really puts in, it could be high 4.2s, man, etc., 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 huh? Yeah. Roll Tide, man. Yeah. Bitch, yeah. At the Under Armour, and any player who goes to the Under Armour Combine is always a special type of player. You know, every high school player out of what, millions, damn near, or you can say high thousands. Only a certain few are respected enough, or I should say a certain few are talented enough, right? Put up certain numbers, huh, to get invited to the Under Armour Combine, Under Armour game, all of the above. So the fact he was invited to the combine, on top of, I'm sure he played in the Under Armour game. He's looked at one of the best in high school football. So that's another plus for Bama. I'm not even really sure how he went under the radar. How was that even possible? But I ain't tripping at all. I'm glad Bama found a way to get him. Period, man. No cap. He transferred from John Carroll Catholic High School to Moody for his senior season and finished the year with 29 receptions for 490 yards and 7 touchdowns. And you know, high school football is definitely more running than passing, you know. Check out what he posted on Twitter, AGTG. Today I just committed to my dream college since childhood. I'm headed to Titletown. Roll Tide. Roll Tide to you, big dog. Make sure you ball like a levy dog. You hear me, dog? Be hungry, my young dude. Be real hungry, my young dude. And just a simple fact, he couldn't be bought. A team couldn't come around yonder and buy him out, offer him this, offer him that. Hell to the no, right? He was committed to Bama since childhood, bruh. What he say? It was his dream to go play for Bama. And he didn't let nothing get in between that, right? Right. Not no money, materials, cars, clothes, hoes, whatever the case may be. He stuck with his spirit, went with his heart, went with what felt right, and now he's a Bama, homie. Yeah. Alabama signed only one high school wide receiver during the early signing period. Top 100 star Cedarian Morgan out of Benjamin Russell, Alabama. I believe Cedarian Morgan will be a big to Alabama this year, his freshman year. Oh yeah, I said it, bro. Bitch, yeah. I feel like Cedarian Morgan will put up big numbers, bruh, this year and ball. And if he does, guess what? That's more of a benefit for Bama. Hands down, man, down, no cap, man, for real. It was noted that the Crimson Tide would consider adding 1 to 2 high school receivers during the late window. If options were still available in January, Walker emerged as one of the 2 new additions over the past week following a complete evaluation. And National Signing Day is right around the corner. Let's not forget that too, bro, as well. And I know everyone gets caught up in the whole portal idea of things, but at the end of the day, bro, recruiting still matters. On a college football level, homie, recruiting still matters. Right? Right, bro. So boom, you still gotta build your team with these young guys, with these freshmen and these sophomores and everything else that goes in between, man. For real. It's very similar to the NFL realm at this level of it. Like that's like an NFL team trying to build their team, huh? Trying to build a Super Bowl roster with a bunch of veteran free agents. It won't work. You know what I mean? At some point, you got to hit big in the draft. You got to build your roster through the draft. Same situation with college ball. Just a different level of the football realm. You still have to scout and recruit players, homie. Yeah, you know what Indiana did this year was a real anomaly. I guarantee that won't happen. The same thing won't happen next year. You have to build your team from the ground up. So the fact that DeBoer and his staff aren't forgetting about the recruiting aspect of it says a lot. Now it's still pay for play. It's still a new game of college football. You got to still, you got to still show up to the battle and win the war. You still got to hit big in the portal as well. And Bama did that at the end. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you still got to scout and recruit your ass off. You hear me, homie? Yeah. Roll Tide. The Crimson Tide also received a commitment from Maurice Mathis, a three-star from Houston County High School. The late additions give Alabama 9 scholarship wide receivers heading into the spring, barring another late move. And you see here, right here, baby, Alabama's 2026 class is ranked number 5 overall per the rivals industry team recruiting rankings. So that's a plus right there, homie, as well. So Kalen DeBoer is doing his job. And this is just one aspect of it, right? Right. We're talking about the recruiting aspect of things. If you're in the top five, bruh, even really top 10 in your recruiting class, 26, 25, whatever, bruh, boom, you're doing really good things in the recruiting area of this whole situation. So shout out to DeBoer. I remember when DeBoer first came in, right? They were saying, oh, DeBoer has trouble recruiting. He can't really recruit in the South. He can't get the players out the South. He focused on the players out west. You know, he say that's cat, man, Poppy cock. He can do it all, and he's proving that right now. So the transfer portal definitely cool. You can get some pieces from the portal. Definitely, you can gain more experience for your team through the portal, right? Definitely. But at the end of the day, homie, you want to build from the ground up. He has the explosiveness we haven't had. Expect him to be a Smothers replacement. Hey, Bama boy. Great news, my dog. Great news, my dog. Heavy, homie. Yeah, I hope you right, dog. I repeat, I hope you really right. You know? Oh yeah. I'm gonna go check out and see if it's anything that pops up on him. Once again, shout out Bama boy in the building for dropping that roll tide news for a dog. My dog Bama boy, hey bro, you a real levy dog, Yeah. Huh? He has the explosiveness we haven't had. Expect him to be a Smothers replacement, man. Let's go, man. We finished second in his recruitment coming out of high school. Bama boy, you speaking of Walker? Who you speaking of? The running back, or you talking about Walker, man? Which one you talking about, my dog? Shout out, shout out Sean Wiley in the building. Shout out Sean Wiley in the building. What up, big dog? Is you a levy dog, bro? Heavy, man. Roll Tide. Tommy Reese went to the Falcons. What? We talking Tommy Reese? We talking he went to the Falcons for head coach Sean Wiley? Or we talking about a coordinator position, huh? Yeah. I must know, man. I got to know, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if they talking about Tommy Reese to the Falcons as a head coach, damn, bro, they was that desperate. Are you kidding me, baby? Are you kidding me, baby? Oh man. Okay, okay, that makes more sense right there, Sean Wiley. Shout out Sean Wiley in the building. Even though I wasn't really impressed with Tommy Reese, the job he did overall at Bama anyway. But that's how that game goes sometimes. But I'm wondering, did he know or does he know somebody in the Falcons building? Does he have secret ties or behind the scenes ties with somebody from Atlanta? Because I don't think Tommy Reese is that type of guy. I don't think Tommy Reese is built like that. No, hell to the no, no, no. From observing what he did at Notre Dame, observing what he did or didn't do at Bama, some of the piss poor play calling that we seen in a championship game versus Michigan, that last dumbass QB sneak he did with Milrow on the goal line to end the game. I definitely wasn't that impressed with Tommy Reese. Definitely not to the point where he could go be a NFL OC. Hell to the no, 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 dog, no. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. It's definitely shocking. You hear me, Sean Wiley? Definitely shocking, bro. You hear me? No cap. Oh man. One more again for that one, Sean. You hear me? Hell no, man. For real. That's definitely crazy work right there. I'm not gonna cap to you. Let's see some, man. See what else we got here. Boom, y'all give me 1 second. You got any questions, comments, opinions? If you want to come up here and talk about my football, let me know, bro. No cap. You got the inside scoop. You got the 411. You know, you've been a lifelong Bama fan, or you're a real true Bama fan. You want to come up, bruh, chop it up, say how you feel, but make sure you say what's real, my dog. Heavy. Yeah, you hear me? Yeah. Roll Tide. But y'all give me 1 second, bro. I'm going to see if we can pull this Miami running back news up. See what else is going on for real. Hmm. Give me 1 second, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just type his name in. Pretty much on three, you pretty much type the name in, right, dog? Then it should pop up if it's any real fire to that story, right, by my boy. You know, I should type his name in and he should pop up, right? Heavy. Let's see what's up, right quick, man. Yeah. Yeah, not seeing nothing pop up on him right now. Then after this, I do want to get into like the top 10 players, top players returning for Bama. You know, who gonna play the biggest role, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, homie. Let me see right quick. I kind of want to check out some RB Walker highlights as well, man. For real. Let me give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Bama boy. I'm gonna type his name in. What you said his name was again, bro? Gerard Pringle. Let me check him out right quick, man. Yeah. Nothing popped up on the Bama online page. But let me check. If I type his name in, will something show up? Gerard Pringle. So he's only a freshman, 5'10", 185. He's a transfer. Damn, Porter ranking, 91. Pretty high Porter ranking, so he must be pretty nice. Let me see. Miami standout true freshman running back entering NCAA transfer portal. Miami probably pissed off with that one, right? Right. Yeah. Let's just check him out right quick, man. Yeah, you hear me, homie? Yeah. Let's see, bro. Miami standout true freshman running back entering NCAA transfer portal. Miami freshman running back Gerard Pringle is leaving the Hurricanes program and entering the NCAA transfer portal after one season in Coral Gables, according to On3's Hayes Fawcett. Pringle is coming off a standout first season where he rushed for 375 yards and 4 touchdowns while averaging 6 yards per carry. He also caught 4 passes for 53 yards out of the backfield, adding another receiving touchdown as well. The 5'10", 190-pounder appeared in 9 games as a reserve behind starter Mark Fletcher, who led the ACC with 1,192 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns. But it was actually Pringle who led the Canes in yards per attempt and looked primed for a bigger role in 2026. You might have something here, Bama boy. You might have something here for real, dog. You hear me? No cap. I would love to have him, bro. I ain't gonna cap. You hear me, homie? I would love to get him in the building, man. For real. Breaking Miami true freshman running back Gerard Pringle Jr. is entering the portal. His agent tells On3. The 5'10", 190-pound running back was ranked as the number 5 running back in the 2025 class per On3 Industry. He's repped by AIC athletes. Let's see what's up, man. Instead, he'll enter the portal just 2 days after Miami fell to Indiana 27-21 in the college football playoff national championship game. With nearly all of the top running backs who were already in the portal now signed with another school, Pringle Pringle will be a hot commodity with 3 years of eligibility remaining. As a high schooler, he was one of the most sought after backs in the country, earning a 4-star rating from all four major recruiting services. He was tabbed as the number 118 overall recruit and number 5 running back in his class, according to the Rivals industry ranking. Pringle boasts elite top end speed as well, clocking a 10.56 in the 100-meter dash at the prep level. Damn, that boy can run. I repeat, that boy can really run, homie. Yeah, speed alone. Off of his speed alone, right? I want him, dog. No cap, homie. For real. If any way Bama can get him, Bama can acquire him. Oh, yeah, man. Get him in the building quickly and swiftly, huh? Yeah, man. No cap. Hell to the yeah, yeah, yeah. hmm I'm really just keeping up with recruiting in Portal. I'm happy Miami Hurricanes, Sugar Canes didn't win the Natty at all. Sean Wally, my dog in the building. You say you weren't rocking with the Canes, huh, my dog? It's all good, man. It is what it is, man. You know, they were talking all that mess for nothing since 2001. You know, Miami gonna talk, man. You know, Michael Irvin, all them boys gonna run their trap, man. Yeah, you seen them out there, man. Yeah, you hear me, homie? Yeah, roll tide. We'll be back real soon. They need to have a participation trophy for the Natty. Could be cool, but do you really need a participation trophy though, man? For real? I mean, what does that really prove, my dog? At the end of the day, it's about one team being the best, right? At the end of the day, it's about one team who's showing they the biggest dog that year, No cap, homie. Yeah. I mean, what does a participation trophy really do? You know what I mean? I mean, what does it really prove, dog? That team is in second place? No, bro. The spotlight goes to the winner. You know what I mean? Heavy, bro. Ain't no time for no moral victories. Period. No cap. You win, you win. You earn the victory. You earn to be labeled as number one. You earn to get that main trophy. You hear me, dog? Now, respect to the team that plays them in the Natty. Respect both of the teams for making it there and playing in the championship and playing championship football. But at the end of the day, Sean, it's only one team who's the superior, right? It's only one team who is the top dog, bro, right? So boom. Ain't no moral victories. Ain't no feeling bad for the team who lost. Miami could have won that game if it wasn't for a special teams fuck up, major fuck up. Block, punt, touchdown. That was the difference in the game right there, right? You take that away, boom. You probably talking about Miami being national champions. That was their fault, bro. You hear me? Piss poor execution. I repeat, piss poor execution. You know what I mean? Did nobody feel bad for Bama besides the fans when they got their ass beat by Indiana? Don't know, don't know participation trophy come with football, dog. No way, no how, homie. Yeah. You know what I mean, homie? I mean, no disrespect, homie. But yeah, at the end of the day, hell to the no. You win or you lose. You first place or you are second place, my dog. Yeah. And that goes either way. You know what I mean? Bama loses or if Bama wins. Just how it goes, dog, for any team in college football, NFL as well, high school, middle school, whatever. The champion is the champion, and they should be crowned as that. Participation trophy, my ass, Gump. Heavy, man. Now, I can't rock with that, my boy Sean. Appreciate you for being in the chat, but at the end of the day, bro, no cap, dog. Especially if you get your ass beat. What the hell you get a participation trophy for if you get your ass beat? You know what I mean? Heavy, early, man. My dog Boogie in the building. What up, Boogie 825? What up, my dog? My real Levy dog Boogie in the building, man. He say big skull. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, my dog. You hear me? Heavy. What up, though, man? Just on the grind, man. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, Boogie. You know what I mean? On the grind, man. Back again another day, another live. This time it's about to roll tide full of pride, no jive. Roll tide, man. Yeah. According to Miami fans, we've been tampering for him. Word? Tampering for him. Oh, it's a problem now, Bama boy? Oh, everybody got a problem when Bama tamper now? Oh, come on, Bama boy. But when they come tampering with our players, you know what I'm saying, Bama boy? When Ohio State was tampering with Caleb Downs last year, though, right? Or the year before, though, right? Boom. What they do, Bama boy? I repeat, what the hell they do? Oh, they ain't do nothing. They kept it on a hush. Huh? Oh, you think that's the first time Ohio State contacted Downs? You think Texas wasn't tampering with Isaiah Bonds way before the season was over, dog? You hear me? No cap, bro. You hear me? No cap. Huh? All Alabama's players get tampering with, dog. Oh, wasn't Texas tampering with Smothers? What do you call that with Smothers? And where's the proof? First of all, where's the damn proof that Bama's tampering with anybody, my boy? You know? But you see how hypocritical this whole transfer portal and NIL and college football thing is becoming. So now they want to call it tampering. Why? What's tampering, bro? What they do? Make a phone call? That's what every other team in the nation do. Ain't that college football business? Every other team in the damn nation, what they do, Bama boy, call, offer money. The motherfucker Smothers, he was signed, sealed, and delivered. Homie, I repeat, he was signed, sealed, and delivered. And that motherfucker unsigned and he told lies to Bama, no cap. Then he took a trip to Texas. They probably gave him some cars, clothes, and jewelry. Probably threw some pussy in there too. You hear me, homie? Heavy. And he changed his whole mind. I repeat, he changed his whole damn mind frame. So what the hell do you call that, Bama boy? You know? Oh, I get it. When Bama do it, they call it tampering. But any other team do it, it's all good. It's all right. Oh, all right. Bet. You see how I go, Bama boy? You hear what I'm telling you, dog? Pay attention, my boy. Pay attention. You feel me? Heavy, man. I don't give a damn if Bama tampering or not. Guess what? Every team been doing it. That's what the transfer portal is. That's what the NIL is, dog. No cap. You know what I mean? I mean, what the hell is the NIL deal really? What is the transfer portal really, right? Teams been poaching Bama ever since the portal started, baby. You know, it started when Saban left and all them damn players hit the portal round yonder. But everybody forget that though. You think teams went on these players' line way before that? You think they didn't know? Huh? You think they didn't show? Oh hell yeah, bro. They knew what the hell was coming. The funniest thing is Clemson been winning in the 2010s era since the Sugar Cane was in diapers. That boy Sean in the building, wildin', man. My dog Boogie say B Flow. Shout out B Flow, man. Respect B Flow, man. I hope he remain. We need B Flow, dog. And B Flow, we trust. In KOC, we don't trust, right, Boogie? In Quasi, we don't trust, right, Boogie? You know what it is, man. Tonight is Roll Tide, but you already know it's SKOL Vikes, it's SKOL Tide, and it's Roll Tide full of pride, you know? Miami Sugar Canes needs to be worried about not winning since 2001 because Clemson been winning in the 2010s era since they were in diapers. That's what need to be worried about. My boy Sean, he say he really can't stand the Hurricanes, man. Hey, what the Hurricanes do to you, my dog Sean? What's up, man? My boy Sean say he can't stand them Hurricane boys, man. What they do to you, my dog? You a real levy dog, man. Let's get it, man. Yeah. They talking about tampering with what? tamper my nuts, dog. How about that, huh? Yeah. You hear me, homie? Yeah. You know, I want to see if I can see. I want to watch the highlight film of my dog. You know, I want to see what Gerard really about. But at the same time, YouTube be tripping, man. Yeah. Let's see if we can see a clip or something around here, man. Yeah. Because I really want to check the boy out. Let me see something, man. Seem like it's a lot of hype around him though. Seem like Miami fans real mad that he gone though, for real. Hmm. Let me check out this one here right quick. Maybe the hype. Hold up. Let's check out some of his high school shit right quick. You hear me? Cause I think that ACC network type shit, they give you a copyright early, man. And I ain't trying to get no copyright, huh? Yeah. Give me 1 second, man. Yeah. Gonna check out his film right fast. I heard the boy can fly though, for real. And as I scroll down, it seemed like Miami fans real mad that he left. They real mad to lose him, man. For real. Hopefully Bama can land him, man. For real. Let's see what's up, though.
Third and one ball snap up, handed up number 2.
Whoa. See what's up. I mean, it is highlights, bro, or like a show. See what's up, man. Don't try to copyright shit.
So now starting back on the 40-yard line. Quick handoff up the middle, wide margin, the largest yard gainer. And Pringle gets the ball again. Makes his way down for a first down. Get it! Makes his way to about the 10-yard line where they stop, with a run back to fifth again, and cut through.
Pretty strong for his size. Speed definitely crazy. Speed definitely there. Let me see. See if we can go to something else though, right quick. 1 second. Trying to see if I see a touchdown or something from him. 1 second, man. I just hit this one. Fuck it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check out this little highlight film of him real quick. Just wanna see him on a college level, see how he looking, man.
Beck looking to pass.
Tell he has speed, explosion, a lot of potential, bro. Only a freshman, a lot of room for growth. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at all if Bama landed him some. Yeah, so I ain't gonna show too much. You gotta, be wary of the whole copyright shit. But definitely would like to have him in the building, bro. I'm not even gonna sit here and cap. Like I always say, the more depth you have, the better, you know. But like I say, scrolling down, seeing the reaction of Miami fans, a lot of people seem mad that he is out of the building. You hear me? No cap. A lot of Miami Hurricane fans seem to be very mad, very pissed off, even that he has hit the portal, dog. So it must be a big loss for them, you know. So this whole just back to the whole tampering thing, like what even is tampering now in this whole college football new system or college football new era, right? Period, man. Like what really is defined as tampering at this point, at this moment? You know what I mean? Early, man. Yeah. So we're gonna get to this last little segment, break down, just the right now off the rip, the most important players right now for Bama going into next season. You hear me? You know, just see what players we really need the most out of. See what's up, man. Miami needs to blame Georgia for real about Carson Beck. They were trying to offer Ty Simpson 6.5 mil as an idiot. That's crazy work, man. Like I say, teams got money they can pay off for real. It's really pay Ty Simpson as well, dog. You hear me? For not falling for the bait, for staying respectful and staying loyal to Bama. Gotta respect him for that because he easily could have went over there around yonder and took the money. You hear me? No cap. And people, I mean, people wouldn't have really been mad at him for doing that. Smokey baby in the building. Smokey baby in the building. What up, big dog? What is that right there? Emoji. Express how you feel, Smokey. I repeat, express how you feel, Smokey. You hear me? No cap, homie. Roll Tide. Yeah. Let's get into this last little segment right here, man. Heavy. top returning top returning players on the 2026 Alabama roster. The one and only 15-day transfer portal window for this college football offseason has come and gone. The deadline for declaring for the 26 NFL draft has also passed, meaning we now know exactly which members of the 25 Alabama football team will be returning in 26. Here's a ranking of the top 10 returners that will be on the roster again next season. Number 10, London Simmons / Edric Hill, defensive lineman. I'm very excited about London Simmons. I've been saying it all off season, bro. You hear me? I expect him to have a breakout season. You saw him get a lot of reps early in his freshman year, so I expect him to be a real dog on that field. We're going to cheat here with the tie on the final spot of the top 10. Simmons and Hill are the two most experienced returners along Alabama's defensive line, with both playing rotational snaps at defensive tackle last season. Hill is entering his fourth year in the program as a redshirt junior and has seen his workload increase every year of his career. So expect big things from Edric Hill as well, baby. Yeah, he has the experience, redshirt senior, man. So boom, he's really damn near done seen it all, right? Right. He had 20 tackles and 1.5 sacks last season in his biggest role to date, and could take another step forward next year with even more experience under his belt. Simmons played much more than anyone expected as a true freshman last season, coming in as a 3-star summer enrollee and earning a spot in the rotation very quickly. He posted 17 tackles on the year and 1.5 sacks as well. I expect one of Simmons or Hill to earn one of the starting defensive tackle spots on the 2026 defense. And you expect London Simmons to grow even more into his body. He was only a freshman last year, and he played solid to me, man. Yeah, and he's only gonna be better this year, homie. Yeah. Red Morgan, defensive back. Red Morgan is a dog, a real Levy dog. He's tough, man. He's rough. He's physical, homie. He's violent. His energy is crazy, etc., etc., etc. Huh? Yeah. Not many players went through a perception change last season as much as Red Morgan did. After being thrown into the fire as a true freshman at 24 and experiencing some ups and downs, many doubted his ability to contribute regularly. He made significant strides throughout the offseason and played his sophomore campaign like a man on a mission. Big facts. He earned playing time back at the Husky position and eventually became the starter by the end of the season, beating out a more experienced veteran in Deshaun Jones for the job. He earned a reputation as one of the hardest hitting members of the secondary with some highlight-worthy plays in 25. He's the first of many defensive backs that are going to be on this list. Very excited about Red Morgan. He's a true dog, like I say. The physicality he brings to that position, right? He's just an overall good player, bro, and he's going to get better and better. The secondary as a whole, I think, will be very elite and very impressive next year, homie. Hands down, man. Down. Number 8, Latsier Brooks, receiver. Brooks' role increased steadily last season after making waves as a true freshman in fall camp. For his speed and playmaking ability, by the end of the year, he was a regular in the wide receiver rotation, essentially being treated as a fourth starter at the position. His potential flashed as bright as anyone's with his 2 touchdown performances against Oklahoma in the first round of the college football playoff. Those were his only 2 touchdowns of the year, but he added 32 catches and 441 yards to go with them. He comes into the 26th season as an all but certain starter at wide receiver and should improve on all of his numbers across the board. Watch out for Latsier Brooks, man, for real. He really broke out in the playoffs, but he was making big catches all year, homie, for real. Keon Sabb, DB. Sabb had the option to turn pro at the conclusion of the 2025 season, but he opted to return to Tuscaloosa for his 5th and final season of college eligibility. He'll be entering his 3rd straight year starting as one of Alabama's safeties. Once again, more experience, right? Boom. A veteran with loads of experience now playing in Kane Walmack's defensive system. We talk about the chemistry, the cohesion that the secondary will and should have for sure. He logged 52 tackles, a sack and interception, and 3 pass breakups last season, and more of the same can be expected next season. Dejon Lee, very high expectations for Dejon Lee, right? He was a freshman this year. He came in, played solid, played very good. I think he should have definitely been starting over Damani Jackson as a freshman. I don't care what they talking about. He gives you side, he gives you that length, that height, dog, but speed also at that cornerback position, right? Boom. What do I always say? You can't coach size or speed. The first of 2 cornerbacks that will be on the list. Lee was excellent during his true freshman campaign. He used his unique size for his position at 6'4" to make a huge impact, starting in 5 games despite his age. And all those reps he had, all that experience he gained, right, will only help develop him even more. He will be more prepared next year. I stand on that 10 toes down, bro. You hear me? No cap, bro. Guaranteed. Heavy, man. Let's get it, bro. Roll Tide. Yeah. In 2026, he should take over as a full-time starter at cornerback now that Damani Jackson has moved on to the NFL. Damani Jackson shouldn't have been starting no damn way. That will likely mean an increase in his numbers from a year ago, where he totaled 32 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 5 pass breakups. He's got the potential to be the next Alabama cornerback to leave early for the NFL and can take another step towards that goal with a strong sophomore season next year. Michael Carroll, offensive line. Carroll was yet another true freshman that saw tons of playing time this season. And like I've been saying, bro, Michael Carroll had his ups, had his downs, right? Had some good plays, boom. Had some bad plays as well, boom. But it's all part of the process, man. Heavy. He's a freshman. He was still getting his feet wet, so to say. Still gaining experience, man. That comes with the territory. He's going up against true vets. So give him some time, man, for real. He's going to grow into his body this year, right? Develop, adapt to the game even more. The game will slow down for him, right? Even more. So expect big things from Michael Carroll. The 5-star earned rotational snaps at right tackle before outright winning the starting job down the stretch of the season and was named a freshman All-American for his efforts. Alabama's offensive line is in the midst of a full-blown rebuild after last season. 6 of 7 players who started a game along the offensive line in 25 are no longer on the roster. Whether they left for the draft, portal, or expired eligibility, the lone returner is Carroll, who is the building block of next year's rebuilt line. Number 4, coming in at 4, Ryan Williams. Like I've been saying, we need more from Ryan Williams. Definitely did not get enough from him this year. Everybody know it, homie. It is no secret, homie. No cap, homie. You hear me, huh? Yeah. But if he can get his mind right and get back to the Ryan Williams of old, shit, man, sky's the limit. Matter of fact, it's no limit for that dude round yonder, man. For real, homie. Yeah. It was a weird year for Williams. He came into the season on top of the world after an outstanding freshman season in 23. He was expected to make a star-level leap, but instead he went through a sophomore slump. His numbers of 689 yards and 4 touchdowns were fewer than those of his freshman season, and he led the entire country in drop passes. He dropped a lot of balls, bro. No cap. He got to clean that all up, man, for real. But his talent level is still very clear. Even when struggling, he could make some jaw-dropping plays with the ball in his hands. If he finds some consistency and gets back on track in the offseason, he has the potential to be one of the best receivers in the country next year. Big facts. He's proven what he can be. He just has to return to that level again. And I think right now at this point, bro, it's all mental for Ryan Williams, right? It's all confidence. This offseason will play a major role in his confidence, in his belief in self leading up into next season, bro, for real. So I hope he really locks in, gets some good training in, bro, and just comes back prepared and ready to be a real dog. We know the talent is there. It's in him, dog. He just got to bring it out once again and lock in for real, homie. Yeah, roll tide. Yanze Pierre, we all know about my dog, Yanze Pierre. I've been saying he might have the most sacks in college football next year. Watch out for that, man. He's a real Levitt dog, homie. He real hungry, man. Yeah. Pierre was perhaps the surprise of the season on the defensive side of the ball, homie. He came into he came into the year as the third string wolf outside linebacker behind Quay Rusall and Jamarian Latham. After injuries to both of them, Pierre stepped in as the starter and quickly broke out as one of the best players on Alabama's defense. He definitely took advantage of his opportunity. Can't be mad at the man for that. He finished the year with 52 tackles and three forced fumbles, also leading the Tide defense with 8 sacks on the season. Headed into 2026, he'll be the unquestioned starter at his position. And with a full year of production, it's reasonable to expect him to get some serious early NFL draft looks next spring. Big facts, no cap. Give me 1 second, homie. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, man. Let's go, man. Roll Tide. Coming in at number 2, Zabian Brown, defensive back. We all know what it is about Zabian, a real dog out there, man, a real Levitt dog. He made big plays all season long versus Oklahoma, Tennessee, Auburn, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm very excited about this dude, bro. Coming in his junior year, all the experience in the world, right? All the talent in the world, man, for real. He just needs to make sure he works on tackling this all season, bro. Becoming a more better, sure tackler, homie. Heavy. Really, the defense as a whole. I want to see them become just a well-oiled tackling machine defense, man. It's cool to have the big hits, but wrap up and take the man take the man to the damn ground, you know? Heavy, man. Yeah. But Zabian Brown, man, he could be a real lockdown corner next year. Brown is the other starting cornerback returning in 26, and he is coming off a sophomore season that established himself as one of the best corners in the SEC, if not the country. He was a full-time starter as a true freshman, but took his game to another level this past season. Facts, homie. Yeah, facts. No cap. Though surprisingly didn't get much postseason recognition to show for, he's going into his junior year, his third year as a starter, and is already in Alabama and is already an Alabama legend for his pick sixes against Tennessee and Oklahoma last season. He can only build on existing Crimson Tide legacy. My bad, let me run that back. He can only build on his existing Crimson Tide legacy and is well on his way to being a first round draft pick when he's eligible in 27. Big facts, no cap. Once again, homie. Yeah. Number one, Bray Hubbard. Shout out Bray Hubbard for coming back, man. Coming and handle that business, that Bama business. You hear me, dog? Heavy. That Bama unfinished business, huh? Yeah, man. Roll tide full of pride forever, man. Win, lose, or draw. But guess what? We come to win. Lock in with me. Yeah, lock in with me, huh? Yeah. Bitch, yeah. But coming in at number one, Bray Hubbard, defensive back. You know what it is, man. Hubbard is a first team All American from the 25 season, returning in 26. You don't get much better as a returner than that. Big facts, no cap. It's been outstanding to watch Hubbard's progression over the last 2 years from a backup, taking advantage of his opportunities to the most consistent and best player on the Alabama defense. His stats last season were fantastic with 74 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 4 interceptions, and 8 pass breakups. He does it all, and he's asked to do a lot. Shout out Bray Hubbard, man, for real, a real dog, a real Levitt dog. We saw him make plays all year, bro. You hear me? No cap. Like I say, he's physical. He'll come up and hit you in the damn mouth. He can definitely work on his coverage skills. But the fact that Bray Hubbard has returned and you got his experience, you have his talent in the secondary, his physicality alone, bro, his turnover playmaking capabilities. Come on, bro. Like I say, this secondary is very talented. It will be the strong point of the team, let alone the defense, right? Right. Woo. But I'm very excited to see these boys get down, man, to the nitty gritty for real, homie. No cap. Roll tide. He's also a shoe in to be one of Alabama's captains next season. It'll be a huge year for him in his final year of eligibility. And you know, man, you already know, homie. Hubbard wanted to come back and handle that real business, man. Yeah, for real, homie. No cap. Sean Wilder, Ty Simpson would be an idiot and would make the same mistakes like Carson Beck. I'll let them talk so much crap and take my money for real if they didn't want a natty. Come on, man. My boy Sean on one tonight, man. Yeah. Shout out Smokey Baby in the building. Ready for Russell Roll Tide. Hey man, it's gonna come down to it, man. It's gonna be a real battle, you know, homie. Yeah. You know what I mean, Smokey Baby? It's gonna be a real deal battle, homie. Yeah. I'm talking real deal, no Holyfield, but shout out respect to Holyfield. He is a boxing legend, huh? Yeah, man. Roll Tide. But it can go either way, right, Smokey? It can definitely be Russell, huh? It can definitely be Austin Mack. You know what I mean? May the best man win. You know, and it's Kalen DeBoer's job and his coaching staff's job to identify the best player. Should nothing be given, right? Everything should be earned. And like I say, bro, boom, spring ball coming up. We're going to see it all. Time will tell. You know what I mean? You hear me? Heavy. You hear me, homie? Yeah, man. My boy Delton in the building. What up, big dog? He say Smokey get jukey. You hear me? He say Smokey get jukey, man. You know what I mean? Roll time. You know what I mean? That boy say Smokey get jukey, man. You hear me, homie? Yeah. Hubbard's a monster, hey, for real, Delta. That boy a real levy dog out that bitch, bro. For real, man. You hear me? Heavy, man. That boy hit you in the mouth. That boy Brad Hubbard will hit you in your damn mouth, man. Every damn time. Like I said, the biggest thing to me, my opinion with Bray Hubbard, he just need to get better at his coverage skills for real, especially his man-to-man coverage, dog, across the board. But he improved that and come back better than ever. You definitely talking about potential first round, homie. For real, homie. Yeah. Ain't no doubt about it in my mind. No cap. You know? But shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Selfishly or not, I'm happy as hell. Super excited, right? He is back in the building. Yeah. Know what I mean, bro? Roll Tide, man. Yeah, man. For real. But I'm finna get up out of here, man. Another day, another live. Any more questions, comments, or opinions? Put them in the chat right quick, homie. If not, man, y'all know what it is, dog. You know, shout out to my big dogs. Shout out to my Levy dogs in the building. You know them Levy dogs hungry, homie, and ready to eat. You hear me, huh? That's what Bama need, man. Them Levy dogs. If you know, you motherfucking know. Bitch, yeah. Roll Tide, man. Yeah. Hold on, who this punk chump came in the building last minute want to talk some noise and talk some trash? Bama done. SEC no coach alumni don't like that. Man, Mad DR, shut your punk ass up, homie. Huh? He talking about Bama done. Guess what, bruh? Guess what, you chump punk? Your mama done. How about that, my boy? How about them apples, my dog? Huh? Your mama done, homie. Yeah, that's how I feel. You talking about Bama done. Guess what? I feel like your mama done. Now go tell her that, man. Matter of fact, you know how I get, man. Tell your mama I want her to bend over. You hear me, dog? Matter of fact, I want your mama's legs on my shoulders. You hear me, homie? Raw. Huh? Matter of fact, huh? Matter of fact, you got a girlfriend, boy? Are you married, boy? I don't care what it is, boy. I want your wife. If you're married, I want your girlfriend. If you're booed up. You hear me, nigga? He talking about Bama done. Boy, what? Bama ain't never done, homie. You hear me? Let me guess who you a fan of, Mad DR. Let me guess. You an Indiana fan now? Everybody loves Indiana now, huh? Everybody's on the Indiana bandwagon now. Yeah, yeah, you seem like the type, bro. You seem like the type, huh? You hear me? Talking about Bama done. Boy, SEC still reign supreme, dog. No cap. Like I've been saying, homie, all you got to do to prove it, if y'all think the Big Ten is so much better, put a Big Team 10 in the SEC. Put Oregon in there, put Ohio State in there, Indiana in there. It don't matter. Put whoever in there. And let's see how they finish at the end of the season. Give them the same schedule as a Bama or as a Georgia. Matter of fact, fuck that. As a Bama, bro. You hear me? Because Bama got a tough schedule, gauntlet schedule, year in, year out. And they still winning 10, 11 games. Huh? You see Indiana's weak ass schedule, dog? Huh? And you want to compare the SEC, huh, versus the Big Ten on a week to week basis? Man, kick rocks, man, for real. You know what I mean? I'll put them levy dogs on you, boy. Huh? I'll put them levy dogs on your ass, nigga. Roll Tide, boy. Big SKOL here, boy. The biggest, boy. Huh? Yeah, man. Where your mama at, boy? Where your grandma? Where your girlfriend? Where your wife? I want them all. Where your sister? I want all of them, boy. Yeah. uh, Something else. What up, big dog? Something else in the building. Something else. F4P in the building. What up, dog? Is you a levy dog fool? Is you bout it, fool? Yeah. You know, I gotta let them know, man. I gotta let them know something else. You know what I mean? They coming in here capping and yapping. You hear me? Running they fat mouth. You hear me, huh? Yeah. You know, talking about Bama this, Bama that. On the low, on the real low, they are Alabama fans at heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, man. You know? This chump punk, man. Shut the fuck up. You can't add Big Ten 3. He mad now, man. He mad now. I knew all along you was a Big Ten fake ass Indiana fan. I know you, boy. I know your type, boy. I know your type round yonder, Mad DR. I know your type, you hard headed boy. No, no, you ain't no real levy dog, man. You know, man. But while you up in here, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share this with everybody you know. Matter of fact, make sure you show it to your mama, cause she love me, nigga. Woo! Huh? I want your mama raw, flaws and all, boy. Huh? Yeah, boy. Yeah. Yeah, dog. I trade Metellus for him. That boy, my boy dealt wild, man. You know? Bitch. Oh, man. What he said? It's all good, man. Dr. Keep that same energy, boy. I repeat, keep that same energy, my dog. When Bama ball next year, my boy, huh? Keep that same energy, boy. Yeah, huh? You know what I mean? He talking about fuck Bama. I won't fuck your mama. Go ahead, arrange me and your mama to get together so I can fuck her, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Heavy, man. Yeah. Huh? He talking about fuck Bama, man. You know? If he's mad, he's a sugar cane. Let him know, man. Let him know, Sean. What are these pussy ass sugar canes in the building, man? Yeah, man. One more game, bro. Roll tide, man, for the win. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Hell going on around here, man. Let him know. Let him know, big dog. You know I'm gonna let him know something. I got to, man. I got to, man. Calm man in the building. Calm man in the building. Roll tide, roll. Roll tide, roll. Hell yeah, man. Next year we taking souls, baby. Yeah. You hear me, con? You hear me, con man? Roll tide, roll. But don't forget, baby. Next year we taking motherfucking souls. Whoa! Oh man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? Roll Tide, man. One more again, man. Yeah. You hear me? Your grandma love, man. Shut your punk ass up, man. Get on out of here, man. Make sure you subscribe and like to the channel while you in here capping and yapping, my boy. Huh? Yeah. Keep that same energy as Michael Irvin return. Hey, Sean, man. Hey, what Miami do to you, my dog? What did Miami do to you, homie? Yeah. Subscribed and signed. Much appreciated. My dog, my big dog, my levy dog, con man in the building, bruh. You know? Appreciate you, homie. Yeah, one more again, man. Yeah, roll tide. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't care who watching. I got you watching. I repeat, I don't care how many watching, boy. I got you watching, and guess what? It's gonna be many more to watch, man. You know what I mean? Heavy, bro. You hear me? Roll tide, bitch. Huh? You know what I mean? I don't care how many watching. I'm gonna put on a show every time, baby. Every damn time, I'm gonna blow your motherfucking mind. So keep watching, nigga. Keep watching me, nigga. And matter of fact, while you're at it, tell your mama to watch me too, boy. I want your mama. Ooh, I bet she got some good jug, boy. I bet your mama got some good jug, boy. Woo! Huh? Yeah. You know what I mean? National champion 2026, Alabama. Roll tide, man. Let them know, con, man. They in here capping and yapping like they can shut something down, man. Like they affecting something, man. Let them know, bruh. Huh? Matter of fact, I want the siren, homie. Hey, nigga. Huh? The real A, man. Yeah, homie. Yeah. Huh? The hell they talking about round here, man? Fuck going on round here. Sean Wallace say roll tide until they die. Man, what, man? Give me them roll ties in the chat before I get up out of here, man. Huh? Come on, man. Man. Come on, man. Tell the hater shit the fuck up and go to sleep. Go to sleep, ho. Go to sleep, boy. You hear me? Roll tide, man. My boy Delton, roll tide full of pride, peace. Peace out, my dog. Heavy, man. Roll tide, man. Yeah, man. Huh? You know? I'll see you tomorrow night for the Minnesota Vikings live, Delton. You know how we rock and roll, man. Yeah, my boy. Huh? Skull tire, bro. You hear me? They are yapping like sugar canes, like real sugar canes, Sean. Real motherfucking sugar canes, my boy. Heavy, man. Early. Still here, stay yapping. Let them yap, man. Let them yap. We gonna stop all the cap. You hear me, dog? For real. Go to sleep with like them sugar canes. Big facts, man. Roll tide. You know what it is, man. I'ma holler at y'all later, man. Y'all fuck with me, rock and roll with me. I might start doing more. I might start doing Alabama lives on Saturdays just to even it out. Y'all know how I get down. I do Vikings, Bama, boom. You know there's some Minnesota Vikings and a Bama podcast show, whatever. So make sure y'all rock and roll with me, my Bama fans. Lock in with me on Saturdays now. Not sure what time. Just make sure your notifications are hit. Make sure you hit that bell so you know when I'm on and rock and rolling around this bitch, dog. But like I say, I'm gonna start doing Bama lives on Saturdays now. Once again, not sure what time. The times could change depending on what I got going on. You hear me, dog? Heavy. You know what I mean, bro? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Put everybody you know on. Share this with everybody you know. You hear me? And if you want to, become a channel member, man. Get perks, exclusives, etc., etc., etc. Huh? Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Heavy. They need to be yapping about them Georgia Bulldogs about Carson Beck. That boy Sean on one tonight, man. My boy Sean been on it all damn night, man. No cap, homie. You hear me? Heavy. I'm glad I found your channel. This is my kind of content. Hey, much appreciated, Con, man. I appreciate that for real, my boy. Stay locked in with me, homie. I repeat, stay locked in with me. Another day, another live. We coming every day with it. No jive. Roll motherfucking tide, baby. Woo! Huh? Yeah. Down there at the levee. We going fishing on the levee. You know what it is, man. Roll tide. Holla at y'all later, bro. For real. No cap. Here we come.